sorry, it's a little bit late.
Oh, well, really, that should be a 5-farthing fine.
Yeah, I know. It's just my mother's been ill recently and I haven't really had the time.
Say no more about it. We'll forget it this once.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. What was that?
Come on, Ben. His mother's ill.
That's Mr. Ben, thank you very much. And what do I care if she's ill? Are we a charity? A state-run public service?
State-run public service.
Exactly! We're not here to help people. Or to educate the masses. We're here to make money.
And get bookended.
Exactly, Tarquin. If you can't have a drink, or you're collecting fines, when can you have a drink? It also helps with the glassy stare that you need for turning down reasonable excuse after reasonable excuse. It's Falkland before Fitzgerald, idiot.
So I woke up one day and I thought, I need a change of scene. I can do better. Do you ever get that, girls? I've been married for several years, you see, and I just thought, I've had enough. So, whilst my husband was at work, I cleared all his stuff into the spare bedroom, chucked it all in some bin bags. Next, I rented some commercial storage space down the road. I lobbed all of those bin bags into his car, drove him over there and put them under lock and key. Next, I put the keys to the storage on his keys, got into his car, drove it to his mother's, and I got out, went up to the door and said, here's your problem now, here's his key. You go, girl. Wait. That's not all. Then I sat at home, waited for him to come home with a mallet and bludgeoned him to death. Then, I cut off his head, chucked that with his body in a bin bag, drove out to the woods and buried him in a shallow grave.
Apparently it's my fault.
It is.
Look, I can't help it if you can't handle my raw sexuality.
That's not it.
Look, if I had a face like John Hurt's chest in Alien, or like John Hurt's face in The Elephant Man, I could understand her reservations. But tell me, how can you not love these abs of steel, these sculpted love cannons, this beautiful, beautiful face? Touch it. Go on. No, you want to.
I'd rather kill myself.
You see what he's like here, Maria? He's worse than this at home. He's had floor-to-ceiling mirrors installed in our bedroom. I've got a migraine from Brighton to Blackpool. And whatever way you look at it, he's still a massive cock.
I'm glad you mentioned it.
Here we go.
I'll level with you, Maria. I believe our bothers in the boudoir are down to one thing. She's intimidated by me. Or should I say, it.
Please.
I call it that because it's become her worst nightmare. Scarier than any bloody clown.
It's a ridiculous comparison.
Alright. It's like 5 children in it. It would take 5 children to lift it, let me tell you that.
He lives in his own world.
The real world, Rose!
Oh yes, the real world. I'm sorry. Why don't you explain to Maria here how you achieved such intimidating girth?
Training.
Training?
Explain the training.
Using a complex system of ropes and pulleys, I have been able to exercise
He attached a rope around Mr. Fluffles, attached the other end to it, and poked him with a cattle prod.
And Mr. Fluffles is your cat?
No, he's our neighbour.
He was happy to help.
Oh, and I wonder why.
Don't ask, don't tell. There's no evidence he's on that register.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he's not a pervert, just a hard-to-catch pervert, and they're the ones you've got to look out for.
That's besides the point.
Agreed.
Okay, so if we get back onto topic, Rose, how would you respond to Chris's accusations?
It's completely unfounded. I know a real man when he's throbbing inside me, like a mountain lion, and he's no real man.
To be or not to be,
That is the question.
Emily.
Richard, you came.
Of course. I've thought of nothing else this morning but coming here and peeling off your dust jacket.
Richard.
And then I'd take my fingers and run them down your spine and wet the tip of my finger and softly open your book.
Richard.
And then I'd take out my pen and I'd note down your ISBN so I could properly register you in the library's filing system.
What? No, look, Richard, we can't do this. It's wrong.
So wrong it's right.
No. You're married and we work together. The scandal would tear us apart. It would tear the library apart.
I don't care about the library.
But I thought it was your pride and joy.
Don't be naive. I didn't become a librarian because I love books. I became a librarian for the same reasons as everyone else.
Complete power over minors?
No. The life of debauchery and sin. The money. The glamour. The girls. The books can burn for all I care.
You probably shouldn't say that in here.
Please, Emily. I need you.
I'll level with you, Maria. I don't understand it.
I'm sorry, it's perfectly...
How am I supposed to react? It's just odd.
It's not odd. It's who I am now.
It's not who you are. It's a fad, a passing trend. It's just like when I follow Wimbledon or the works of acclaimed potter Grayson Perry. It lasts a few weeks, but once the courts are empty and the pots are dry, it's back to my George R.R. Martins.
Well, I think that explains why we haven't had sex in 2 years.
I'm sorry if he creates a more believable world than your apparent desire for me.
And if it takes a Latino pole dance to stir your loins, I just don't know what else I can do.
She just doesn't understand what's going on in my life.
I understand. So, tell me again exactly how you feel about Rose's new lifestyle choice.
I think that Rose's lifestyle choices are absurd. I don't understand how in the modern day and age, a right-thinking human, let alone woman, would want to go around dressed like that. It's like the last 100 years of human progress never even happened.
Oh, you can piss off with all your crap about how it's a medieval attitude that creates cultural conflict. It's how I want to live my life.
You spend the whole day walking around in a black cloak.
It's not a black...
Oh, I'm sorry, is that not the technical term? You spend all day dressed in a black thing in the middle of summer, and then you expect that you're somehow going to make society a better place?
Yes. Our world needs heroes, Chris. And my people and I, we're just doing our best to try to be those heroes.
What about your daughter? Are you being a role model to her? Telling her she needs to keep her body and face hidden from the world?
Yes, I am. We can't just walk around exposed. The enemy would use it against us.
The enemy, for fuck's sake!
And by us, I assume you mean women.
No, by us I mean my people. Ninjas.
You see? I just don't understand it.
You don't have to understand it. Just accept it.
Except a grown woman, supposedly sane, has decided her life's goal is to wear silk pyjamas and hang off rooftops.
Spider-Man hangs off rooftops.
Yes, what's your point?
You like Spider-Man.
But Spider-Man is a fictional character. Spider-Man has superpowers. I don't want to be Spider-Man because he's not real. Imagine if I went to my next performance evaluation and said, my goal for the third quarter is to wear a leotard and shoot jizz out of my wrists. I'd be fired. And more to the point, I don't want to fuck Spider-Man. I want to fuck Mary Jane. Why can't you be Mary Jane?
Because then you might actually have to have sex.
You can go in now.
Now, Mr. Ben, do take a seat. What do you want, Monty? You've interrupted my liquid lunch. Times are changing, Ben. What do you mean?
The industry is cleaning up.
Dinosaurs like us are becoming extinct. They want you out.
Permanent loan.
But numbers up for 80%. I got somebody to finish Ulysses last week, for Christ's sake.
Ben, your management skills aren't the problem. It's your flagrant substance abuse.
You massive hypocrite. You know exactly what you were doing when I walked in here.
Ben, you know as well as I that heroin has been medically proven to reduce cholesterol. Be rational, please.
All right. I'm sorry. My doctor has actually been recommending that I take it up again.
Do. They're saying it improves your eyesight now.
One for the road?
How could I say no?
Cheers, old man.
She was mad, she looked so good.